Holy Enoch, he lived to be 365 when the Lord came and took him back to heaven alive. I saw the light from heaven shining all around. I saw the light come shining. I saw that light come down. When Paul prayed in prison, them prison walls fell down. The prison keeper shouted, redeeming love I found. I saw the light from heaven shining all around. I saw the light come shining. I saw the light come down.
This is Leonard Lance's friend who's still feeling.
He's still
no,
sick.
I can't do that again, man. That was really good though. I listened to that. I listened to that last week and I was rolling. I'm my biggest fan. I was rolling. At work, man, I listen to whenever it comes out, I listen to it like a fan. Even though I just recorded it, I forget completely what we said. So some things come to me, and then I'm just like, oh man, I totally forgot I made a fake voice.
I'll always forget, and then I'll edit it actually at work 2 days later, and I'll listen back, and things will always jump out at me.
Do you ever listen back and just laugh your ass off?
I was dying during Geppetto. I thought it was the funniest shit.
Fucking Geppetto. Geppetto, if you're out there, man, it came down through the punk community and on somebody's secret message board that I had talked shit on Geppetto. So he's kicking me out of the living room with sheets put up.
That's rough.
Yeah.
You'll find a place, though.
He's like, dude, we don't need any of that negative channeled energy in this house. This is a peaceful punk house where we have family dinners. So, unfortunately, you're not allowed to grace us with your presence anymore.
You know, me and Gav have been laying in bed watching The Real World for a couple days now. She started on season 1 without me. I caught up, and then we're in the middle of season 2.
Yeah.
It really, looking back, man, punk kids really ran with that Real World shit.
Oh, Jesus.
Like, punk kids in the punk houses, they took that shit and really, they took it to heart.
Ugh. It's, well, I mean, you have essentially 10 punks and then a Pedro now. So, or 10 pucks, you know. And then a Pedro.
10 punks and a Pedro.
10, puck. It's like 10 punks and a Pedro. No, it's 10 pucks and then one Pedro. Hey, his name's this guy. His name is Jordan. He works with me at the coffee shop part time.
He just needed a place to go. It's
just needs a place to crash. And you find out he is into Jason Mraz, and he's the weirdo, wild card roommate.
Oh yeah, definitely Christian. Really comes out when he's huffing glue.
Who ends up being the coolest one, and is totally chill, and who drank my beer, who drank my Amagong beer, bro? That was $10 a bottle. What the fuck? But he can't say anything because he's afraid. Because he's afraid of these people. He's never seen them before, and then the person he knows from the coffee shop moves out. And then he's just kind of stuck there.
It's just, that's it. He's there.
Yeah, he's in a weird spot for money. But then 6 months later, he's totally crushing punk girl Jug because they think he's so different. And so, see, that's how it works, man. You have to be punker than thou. No, yeah, you're wearing a bullet. You're wearing a fucking bullet belt. I'm wearing a 3-piece fucking Jose Banks suit. Fuck off. That's how punk I can get, man. How high can a punk get, not how low can a punk get. So we're going to be, this is Easter. Happy Easter, Andrew.
This is Easter, yeah. The weird Polish Catholic church outside of my house has been fucking popping off for 2 days. They had a cop actually stationed outside yesterday because there were so many masses, and every now and then I would just look at my window and be like, holy shit, there are 1,000 Polish people outside right now. There's so many leather racing jackets outside, I can't even fucking I can't even count.
Were there a lot of people falling down on a banana peel or trying to screw in a light bulb?
There's so many people killing themselves by jumping out of basement windows. It was ridiculous.
There's there's a submarine with a screen door parked and wow, I love these old dad fucking xenophobic Polish jokes, man.
It's the reality of my life.
It's the reality, yeah. Is there a car with a screen door and feet cut out of the bottom? They thought it could get better gas mileage, dude.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. So it's been a weird weekend. Easter was cool for about 15 minutes today. I got word that my grandfather had died.
Yeah, that's a heavy thing to get on Easter.
Well, he was an older man, 92, I think. And he, in the later part of his life, he had prepared himself for the inevitable. And I think towards the very end, he really just wanted to go. And I think he prepared himself and was ready to go. So it's like grief mixed with relief. I'm sad because he's a cool dude. And I'm happy that he believed that he would move on to a better place or just, get the fuck out of the hospice he lived in. Either way, rest in peace, Joseph Walsh.
Yeah, both of my grandfathers were the same way, where it was just like everyone was bummed, but at the same time they were so far gone where you'd sit there and be like, "Hey, how are you?" And you get really scared, like, "I don't know who you are. You should leave." Like, okay, all right, okay, and let's all just dial it back.
I think he had his capacities, but he was on some like mini stroke shit. I mean, the writing was on the wall.
Yeah.
So, but I still went to my folks' house and informed them that I was vegan. Couldn't eat any Easter candy. Couldn't eat the dinner they cooked for us. So I had brown rice and soy sauce. Oh,
they must have loved that. Oh, this again? You're doing this again?
Yeah, that's exactly what
we thought you outgrew this.
But, a couple drinks later, my father and I were farting at the dinner table, and then that was fine. We were good.
I haven't been vegetarian in 10 years, 12 years, something like that. I will still sit down at Christmas dinner and have somebody be like, "Oh, we gotta give you a plate of broccoli." Yo, it's not fucking funny. Like, what are you kidding me?
Well, I think it's pretty funny.
All right, I'm glad you think so.
Next time I see you, I'm going to make a vegetarian joke. Hey, Andrew, you want to make some veggie chili and hang out and want to watch my seitan crop grow, man?
No, seriously, can we make veggie chili?
No, that'd be great. Delicious. We have some business to take care of also.
Yeah, we got a lot going on.
Because this is the lazy episode where we just kind of read Tumblr questions. I wish this was broadcast live so we could get Tumblr questions on the fly. But we've got about 10 in an hour, so that's cool. And I think some of these are lame, but some of these are good.
I've looked into doing that live. We got some options, so we'll see if we can do that at some point in the future.
It's like Bill O'Reilly. Do it live.
Yeah, exactly.
Remember that? Anybody remember that? No. When he got mad when he was on the episode of Hard Copy from 1985 and he screamed, "Fuck it, we'll do it live." Remember? Anybody remember
I remember
that?
seeing a YouTube clip of that.
Yeah, that was great. Or remember the YouTube clip of Alex Trebek swearing? That was awesome.
Oh, I missed that one.
Fuck. He said fuck a lot. Mind blown. But
watching my cat eat ham right now.
Yeah, that's where we're at. Okay, if this is an episode that you're not thrilled with, tough darts, bro, because this is our weekend. And the weekend's fine, but this is a holiday, and we don't do holidays. A little housekeeping to do. We have the Sean Doody Dating Game lining up as we speak.
Is that right?
We do. I posted a little thing on the Tumblr about Sean Doody. Still no takers, but 10 notes. So the word is finally getting out.
All right, fantastic.
We're going to be doing the Sean Doody Dating Game. So if you live in or near New York City, and you want to be in the same room with us to take a chance at romance or to allow this, we all know Sean Doody to be a hard stud.
It's virile.
Yeah, virile.
Virile Adonis, his Grecian statue.
He gets so hard you could hang a bucket of water on his cock. If you want to allow him the chance to buy you a drink and attempt to lift your shirt up and touch your stomach.
If you want to see what it's like to watch him try and open a bra clasp, then
it's amazing. Yeah, you're like, no, it's a fabric bra. You just have to lift it off. Bras have come so far. It's funny thing about the bra.
So that's what you're in for.
That's what you're in for. But you know what? But when you get your clothes off at base level and you feel his warmth, man, it's just like making love to any other hot dude. And I know some of you girls out there have made love to exclusively hot dudes, but prepare to get your mind and your bod blown by this motherfucker. Okay? Because I've seen him in action, and oh my god. I'm like, 2 words, live porn. Okay? All right? This motherfucker, if you think he's leering at you, forget it. Okay?
He's looking through you, actually.
He's looking through you onto the horizon where you and him will fuck on the beach and not get sand in any of your genital parts. Perfect.
He doesn't like the beach. You'll have to like really twist his arm to get him to the beach. And even when you do, he's going to wear like an anti-sect t-shirt.
Exactly. It'll be perfect. But your bodies will be cleansed in the waters out on Coney Island. And you'll buy your gin and tonic and or a wine bloom. If he buys you a wine bloom, girls, careful.
It's on.
It's on. Okay. But hey, it's on. If you would like to participate, I know we've polled the audience many times, and your response has been 0.0, sadly. But look, fucking sheeple, okay? Dare to step out of the ordinary. And, you know, I know if you're a girl in New York City, I know you're lonely.
Mm-hmm.
Take a chance with Goody, okay? They don't call him Goody for nothing. You ever see how his fingers move on the fretboard? Forget it.
He's a skilled man.
Yeah, if those fingers are inside your undies, it's a wrap. Okay, just let it happen. All right, he'll put on some Julian Cope, take off his Doc Martens, and you'll be in heaven.
I'll apologize about his fingernail length, like a few times. He'll mention it.
Sorry, really. But you'll be on cloud 10, no question. All right, you'll wake up and then you'll be like, oh my god, I made love to that guy Sean Doody last night, and he gave me 12 orgasms. It was unbelievable. I guarantee that's what will happen. Mm-hmm. Guaranteed, or your money back.
So that's what you're into now. That's it. So that's what get at us, and let's get this going.
That's what I'm personally into.
That's exactly what you're into.
Dreaming about Goody and all of his glories. So do you want to dig into these Tumblr questions, Andrew? Or
let's just get right into it. Let's just start the press conference.
All right. Tap. Glad we could all gather here today for the Overnight Drive podcast. I'll take the first question. More punk house stories, please. Well, we just did that. Hans, do you like suicide girls? Interesting question. Taking me a lot of time to think about this. On off OkCupid, at one point, I made out with a girl who is on Burning Angel.
Okay.
Unbeknownst. I think she may be a suicide girl. I lived next door to a suicide girl who then became a lesbian activist.
Okay.
Also. But do I like them? I guess. It's not really my type. I mean, it is, but...
There was a point where I think everybody who had an internet connection and was just in that proto scene at some point was with somebody who was on or later went on to be on Suicide Girls.
Well, I mean, when it came out, it was like 2001, right?
Yeah.
It was like because it was girls that you would see at shows and you'd be like, oh my god!
Well, that was
no
it. That's
way.
Everyone I know from that point has been like, oh yeah, I was with so and so from Suicide Girl, and then you have people who lie and said they were
I was with Meredith from Suicide Girls in 1999, before anybody knew who she was.
What are you saying? I don't understand.
Weird time though.
Yeah,
weird
time.
It reminds me, I didn't tell a story last week. Real quick, there's a porn star named Loretta Scars.
Okay.
And when I lived in Louisville, she was around. And I knew who she was. Mm-hmm. And it was neat to see her be able to, a few years later, go to girlnextdoor.com and get plowed by a guy with a tribal tattoo. So,
I watched her buy soy milk.
Yeah, I watched her at Suds and Duds do her laundry, and we exchanged conversation. And then there she goes. Now she's in California getting plowed by a guy with a tribal, who had a weird wristband over his tribal.
Nice.
It's cool. Good for you. And my heart was warmed. I did cuff to that video. I certainly did.
Okay.
It was long, and it was a long video. It was maybe 35 minutes long.
Jeez.
Yeah, I know. And I
a lot
like
to ask of people.
I know. 35 minutes. I don't know, though. I go long, man. The sex part, forget it. I go long, dog.
I already have another window open. I'm learning AppleScript in the other window.
Oh, man. That's just because you're so fucking jaded on porn, dude. Stop slut-shaming, man.
My bad.
Right? My
Might
bad.
be.
Might be, bro. All right, so I guess we answered your Suicide Girls question.
Sort of.
Cool. No, but that was really back then. And the girls who came out, but not only was it you knew some of the girls, but it was back then, girls that pretty, at least for me, the whole paradigm had shifted at the mid-decade. But before that, it was kind of like girls like who looked like that were somewhat untouchable. Like, oh, she's got tattoos and she looks really cool and she wears creepers and fucking whatever. You know what I mean? Like, those people only dated like dudes in bands. And if you were a schlub just walking around, you immediately thought you didn't have a chance because you immediately thought they were like mean girls. At least I did in my, stupid 20-year-old brain, 25-year-old brain. And then I kind of realized that you can just talk to people and then they'll make the decision for you. It's nice.
Pretty much.
But for right now, for back then, it was like, wow, like, oh, I got bookmarked Emily's new photo set and pictures, still pictures you jerk off to.
Oh, yeah,
videos. Yeah. And then when Burning Angel came out, my head popped off. It was like, oh my God, I love all these Alterna girls with tummy tattoos. And I got rich. I got a rich bone on that one.
All right, what else we got?
Well, how do I tell my parents that they don't need to fake being interested in the music I make for me to know they care about me?
Whoa. What's up, man? Are you 10? What's going on?
Yeah. I think it would be neat for them to fake being interested in the music.
I know, right?
My parents have never seen me perform. And they didn't fake it. They thought it was neat. And they thought it was cool when I went to other countries, but they never faked it. And for one time, I'd like to, because I would have been a ham if they showed up to a show. I think this person is young because they still care what their parents think at all.
Yeah.
It's like, look, just have them show up and you can act like a ham and, see, and then like, you can even like, you can have fun with it. You can even stage like a girl running on the stage and like attacking you with kisses if you want, or you can like show and get ripping drunk. And then they're like, oh, my God,
start
Dalton.
throwing cash around.
Oh, Dalton, I had no idea you drank at these shows.
Yeah.
Whoa, like you have like buy your mom a Corona. It'd be fun. It'd be cool, I guess.
My mother came to one of my shows one time. It's when she had just like left my old man and was like going through that weird life thing where she realized that she can do things and like didn't have to go home and like deal with this guy.
I can listen to Black Sabbath on the way home.
Yeah,
from work.
I was like, oh, I can go out and I remember her once being like, isn't there like there's like an 80s night? Like, Ma!
No,
but you can't come to the places I come. Like, it's just not, no. Like, you can't do that.
What if you got so drunk that you... Andrew.
No, my mother came to one show, and it was the show where we played at like a little spot, and somebody put me through the drywall as I played. Like, somebody got like really, like the fucking Loa possessed them, and they got really crazy and put me through the drywall. And my mother never came to another show after that.
This was not an end of a year show.
This was not an end of a year show. No, this was the Wellington show.
Oh, the Wellington.
The Wellington.
You were in that band with Matto.
I was in that band with Matto.
Matty. Shout out to Matto from Buffalo.
Matto texted me this morning looking for a brunch spot.
Hell, really? Did you give him that spot on the corner I like so much?
No, I gave him a few to choose from.
You're like, well, depends how far away are you.
Yeah, what's your budget like?
What's your budget like, man? What are you looking to spend? You looking to spend 50 or 100 on brunch? I cooked breakfast for a girl yesterday, Andrew. It was really cute.
Oh shit.
Yeah, no, she came over in the morning. It wasn't like a sleepover thing,
all right?
That's
less fun.
Let's not get fucking excited yet, okay? But came over in the morning, cooked her breakfast, and I could tell she was charmed. And but I did that old school thing where I just cooked for her and not for everybody.
Oh,
so
yeah.
I was still standing there like the people. It's like that Bronx Tale shit. That women, no matter if you have fucking an amoebics tattoo or if you're a normal girl, women respect the hell out of you when you cook for just them, and then you make your food. It was like she's like, "Can I eat?" I'm like, "Yeah, go for it.
What's yours?"
It's yours. And she's like, "Oh, this is great. And then I made vegan pancakes and sausage, and the shit was tasty. I'm having a good time, man.
All right.
I'm going on like real dates and shit. Sorry to disappoint the girls of Overnight Drive, but it's looking pretty good so far.
Our listenership is going to drop off like a stone once you get happy.
No, man. No, ladies out there, you need to step up your steel game, all right? You need to be like Peter Svoboda on the fucking Buffalo Sabres in the 94 fucking championships where he stole the puck. I forget from who. From one of the dudes in the Blackhawks. Ron McDonald, I think his name was. Any sports player who I don't know his name, I just say his name is Ron McDonald. Oh my God, it's Ron McDonald. And passed to Dale Haverchuck, and he scored the winning goal to advance the team. That's what you have to do.
You gotta get your steel on.
The cannon, the mold has been struck. The cannon has been set, and I'm thrilled. It's nice. Things are going well. Which means, now that I mentioned it, which means that it's gonna be good fodder for the podcast next week.
The implosion is imminent.
Oh, the implosion is imminent. Just like I think Nuclear Assault had an album called "Implosion is Imminent." It definitely is. Things are going too well. Things are going too cute. Absolutely going to be a suckfest beginning probably
shortly.
Now. Yeah,
all right.
It's going to be right now.
It's 8:28 p.m. on Easter Sunday.
On Easter Sunday. Oh, but you know what? Tomorrow's my fucking favorite holiday on earth, Andrew. Fucking April motherfucking Fool's Day, assholes. Guess
what do you got planned?
Well, last year I called my mom in the middle of the night and pretended to be a state trooper and told him that I got in a car accident. But I can't because my fucking grandfather died. I can't pull that shit.
Oh, yeah. You gotta fucking lay off them. You just gotta do it at work.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, I'm gonna, but I can't. I mean, my coworker's cool, but they're not that cool. I don't know. I might try to prank my dad, tell him I crashed my car or some shit. But it's not going to be the same, because last year was great. I was like, this is Ron McDonald from the Clifton Park State Police. We found your son crashed off the road, Interstate 87. And my mother's like, oh my God. And I'm like, Mom, it's me. Don't cry. But it was like 3:10 a.m. on a Sunday night. It was awesome, dude. But to my mother's credit, she just stayed up and kept talking. She's like, well, you got me awake. What's going on? So that's
Jesus fucking Christ.
Yeah, my mother's a patient. Between my father and me, my mother is a infinitely patient woman.
Well, you know what? Tomorrow is my favorite holiday as well. Opening fucking day.
Yeah.
I'm so excited.
Let the games begin, boy. People are already calling the Yankees to be worse than the Mets this year, which I think is interesting.
No, it's about right so far. We'll see what happens. I was thinking about that Army game yesterday. Like, all year, those Army fucking dudes are so excited to play the Yankees, so excited. And the Yankees get there, and it's all, like, fucking AA fucking teams. Like, no Jeter, no A-Rod, no Granderson. Nobody you would want to play against is there. It's all, like, fucking dudes from Auto Parts Plus with fucking pinstripes on.
So, and up to bat is Ron Jones. Ron Jones, you might recognize him from the Chippewa Anchors.
He validated your parking yesterday.
Yeah, oh my God.
Yeah, fucking real sad for those Army dudes.
He validated your parking yesterday, and he's you might recognize him from Backpage.com, where he's a massage pimp. Usually, I just Googled for a picture of Kevin Youkilis, and he has decided to grow a mustache in lieu of a beard.
Oh, what a fucking low piece of shit.
He's so low. I hope he breaks his fucking leg. I can't root for him, man.
And the worst part is he's playing like better than anyone else on the team, which makes it
because he's probably 10 years younger than anyone on the goddamn team.
Put a bomb below third base. If I can put a landmine down there.
Bro, it's New York, bro. Don't talk about bombs. Fucking TS, bro. TS.
Regardless, tomorrow's opening day, which is weird because I'm not going. But an hour before the game starts, I'm going to be at the office of a guy who has 3 A-Rod signed bats in the corner.
Oh, so great!
It's a big Yankee day tomorrow.
That's awesome. A-Rod's not playing for 6 months because he's quote unquote he's recovered. It took my father less time. My 400-pound father less time to recover from a hip injury. Okay, seriously, let's go.
The further the way that guy stays right now, I'm okay with it.
Ooh, my dad or A-Rod?
Both. Maybe we could put your dad at third base, actually. It would be kind of dope to have your dad
my God, over here. Now up to third base, Hans' dad. And he'd be like there and like just chilling with like a hot dog. He'd be like, hey guys, And my father would be into it. It went the fucking black sweatpants, the big old man ass. It'd be perfect, man.
So far the best idea that they've had for a third baseman yet.
My father's from New York City. He's from Staten Island. The local boy makes good, finally. 69-year-old Richard. Yeah, success story, comeback story of the year. We should. Oh my God, I have so many ideas for that football game, though. Ugh.
Yeah, we're gonna have to start writing those down so we don't forget them.
I just want to do commentating. I think we should go. I think fuck these fucking punks. I think we should go into sports radio.
That's a great idea.
I think we should do but I think we should do like punk like sports radio that caters to like punk scene, because it's all you motherfuckers like sports. You just hide it.
Mm-hmm. Or you don't know it. That's the worst part. You don't know it. Well,
to the woman I'm seeing's credit, I told her that if we last till football season, which is iffy, but if we last till football season, she's gonna have to essentially watch football with me every Sunday. And she's like, well, do you like yell at the TV? And I said, yes.
It's like, no, I scream at the TV.
I said, I scream at TV, especially when this, oh my God, Richard Sherman gets a fucking fumble return.
I have 3 TVs because I inevitably kick one in.
Exactly. Well, Justin Kiss just moved into his house and he had all the windows open. These like 2 or 3 lesbian house painters lived next door, and they all looked like Katie Lang, but in like painting whites, and they all drove a van. But it was cute because they're like, it was also kind of old school because they would sit in the car together and smoke cigarettes because they didn't want to smoke in the house, that kind of shit. And but one night I was like probably like early in the season, but we were kicking ass as usual, and I was screaming. I was like, oh my God, yes! It was awesome. So awesome. And I think it might have been the Bears game where Sydney caught it the last second and won the game. Like overtime. I was like, holy fuck, yes! And they were not stoked to hear my voice. Because, it's like row homes. It's like bumper to bumper houses in the suburbs. So like if you scream, it's like somebody standing in your living room. And then they moved out, and the house is now for sale. So I'd like to think that I had a part to do with that.
Perfect. So if you guys last that long, she can go sit in the abandoned house and urban spelunk, and you can just fucking scream at the Giants game.
Well, I don't know. I mean, it might last. I'm having a hell of a good time, but you never know. People are fame is fleeting, as they say, and. One week's awesome is another week's heavy scene. So I'm just taking it, I mean, she said best, is like, let's just take some baby steps on this shit. And I was like, cool, that's cool. Whatever.
All right, well, then to summarize, your parents probably do care about your music. They're probably just interested. Fucking chill out.
Jeez. That question from 15 fucking minutes ago, that terrible question. Well, you know what? Cool. Yeah. Keep playing. Keep trucking. Make your parents, and if your parents don't come to your shows, make them think you make, $7,000 each time you play.
Yeah, there you go. Problem solved.
My son is making a lot of money. There's a lot of money to be made in that music. Bill, at work, he's like talking you up and shit. Like on the links, he's on the golf course. Like, oh yeah, my son's in the music biz. $7,000 at a concert. Apparently,
my boy.
Apparently your father's from Mayberry.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I tell you what, boy, play that rock and roll music, pays you well, $7,000. I should. That's one of my prank phone call voices too, which is awesome. That's a good one. I tell you what, I always go in when my Capital One calls me. I always go into that voice because those motherfuckers call me. I pay my bill every month, but I pay the minimum because fuck you.
Yeah.
And they want me to pay more. They're like, I notice you're only paying the minimum amount. I'm like, oh, well, times are hard, and it's like, it becomes like a Trailer Park Boys episode.
Doesn't make any sense,
point.
Although if you're Capital One, that's when you make your money, when people only pay the minimums. Why wouldn't they fucking be like, you should open another card with us?
No, they're like going great guns. It's not
weird.
Cool. It's not cool. So if you're out there, Capital One, if you're listening, fucking get off my jock.
Yeah, listen, Capital One, your parents love you. Just chill out.
Yeah, your parents love you. Fucking take a chill pill, bro. All right, don't have a cow, man. Okay.
All right.
Well, we got some new questions coming in as we blabbed our gums. What was the best show that we ever played together, Andrew?
Oh, okay.
We used to have this like down pat, no problem, but this is my memory is fading. So, what do you think, man?
It's gonna take me a minute. Best show. Shit.
Best show we've ever played together.
Together, yeah. Shit. I can't think of any shows that we played. Like, my mind is just drawing a blank right now.
Well, it's like, we played like a ton of shows together. Like maybe like nearly 1,000 shows together.
I mean, we definitely played in like the 250 to 350 shows, like without a doubt.
Oh, definitely.
So
you know, any show from the Sincerely tour, because we like, it's weird. It's cool to be in a band where you pick up momentum as time goes on, and people start talking about your album as you're playing.
Yeah, that was nice.
So by the end, you feel, you know, you all got big cocks. Like every night, you're like, I remember I used to fucking jump, do the fucking. Oh my god, man, we were like totally into it. And any of the European stuff we played together was fun. It wasn't always fair, but it was fun. I don't know, man. The best show. Let's think.
And one of the reasons too is that when we would go to a place that, you know, you'd get to a VFW hall and like 8 kids are there, and you're like, all right, more people will show up later, and they don't. And it's like around 20 minutes before the doors open, it just dawns on you like, oh, this is who's coming. That's it.
Yeah, that's it.
And most bands just get, bummed and do whatever, and some like talk about leaving and whatnot. Our philosophy was always like, all right, there's 8 people here, so we're going to melt the faces off of these 8 fucking stupid idiots, and we're at least going to have fun. So even shows like that were just like a fucking blast, because who gives a shit? It's just whatever.
I'd say probably, I mean, it's going to sound corny, but probably like 99% of them were like the best. And we had maybe like 1 or 2 that were like truly awful, like we just forgot.
Yeah. But, you know what one was really good? Was the first time we played Berlin.
Yes, at the Cassiopeia.
We played a packed room, I'd say 300 or 400 people just like crammed in there, but with 300 or 400, Germans who just don't seem to care or don't like outwardly show they care, so it was very weird. But the audience wasn't being responsive. We're playing on a stage, which is really not like our strength, so
like
we already feel
weird. It's like a 10-foot stage. We're
big
like
stage,
staring down.
Lighting system flashing, really, really weird. But when the audience doesn't react and doesn't give back, Patrick gets really weird because he feels, out of his element, and so he, rather than shy back and stop talking, he just like extends out to try and fill the void. So he started screaming at people, and it started to feel like we were in like a Roman Polanski movie. Like everything started to feel like we were on an elevator that was just descending really rapidly. That was a very good show. And then while we were playing our set, somebody was busy outside writing "Sons of Bitches" on our van's hood in marker.
They wrote, "Here, it's his sons of bitches." And then we had to drive across Berlin the next day with people fucking clowning us. Like, we just decided, well, fuck it, we're still going to, chill out in Berlin for the day and go to this record store. But every stoplight, people are like, ha, 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 do it on bikes, like, ha, ha, ha.
We really lived that National Lampoon's Vacation moment there, that fucking honky lips stuff.
Oh, my God, that first tour was like National Lampoon's totally, man. Oh, my God. Like, can I even think about that? Like, Goody was with us then, right? Goody was with us. Yeah. We didn't. Booster was with us. Booster had a good time, I think.
I think so too. Yeah,
I think so. We all got kind of classic end of year. Any type of tour, we all took each of us took separate planes. I think. Oh my God, that was the tour where Sean Doody got really mad at me at Heathrow Airport for telling him I didn't like Nirvana that much.
Oh, that's right. Oh my God.
At the same time, I'm looking across. He's like admonishing me because I don't like fucking Nirvana that much. I mean, they're okay. I like, fucking...
Should have been like, I took a beating for Nirvana. Like, what did you ever do?
Man? Fucking whoever, fucking Kenny Brown or Ryan Mershon or some fucking asshole.
Ron McDonald.
Ron McDonald fucking punched me in the fucking face, and then they left me out for dead. Left me for fucking dead on the side of the road with a broken fucking Nirvana tape and my dick in my hand. So don't you tell me that, if you like In Utero, you're not really a Nirvana fan. Like, fuck off, Sean Doody. You know what? Fuck it. We're not doing a fucking dating game for you, man. No Shark Tale for you. Fuck off. No.
The other great Sean Doody Airport thing with that tour was when we all got there. And if you guys have ever been, I think, what? Oh, we were at Frankfurt Airport coming in. If anyone who's never been there before, when you come through customs, there are these big, like frosted glass doors that that open, and then when people are done, they close.
Best story ever.
So we walk through. I meet Patrick. We meet Eric Busta. I think you came next, and we know Sean Doody's flight landed, and every time the doors open, we would glance in, and we would see him kind of frantically look around. And each time the door opened, he would be more frantic and more like whatever. obviously had lost his guitar and didn't know where it was. So we're just waiting for him to walk through and like waiting for that whirlwind of nervous energy to blow through.
It was palpable. And I did that thing where I just like grabbed my guitar and went, and then I didn't realize he was, I didn't realize he was behind. He wasn't behind me. So I already crossed over. I'm crossed into Germany from the customs area. I can't go back in and help him. So he's on his own. Like, oh my God, where's the, and then like some dude, I think some road crew dude or something finally came up and was like, oh, guitarra. And I see this through the window, and he's like, oh, thank God. Oh, thank God.
Same trip, actually, when we had to get on the train. I forget where we were going to the festival, and we couldn't figure out which train it was. We none of us speak German. And we asked this guy on the platform if this was the right train, and he nods to us. We're like, oh, okay, cool. We get on. We sit sort of across from him. We're just horseshitting. It doesn't seem like we're doing the right thing. Just something seems off. And after 5 or 6 stops, we turn to the guy again and ask, and he's like nervous and nods. And then we start to look at him over the next few stops, and we're like, oh, it's not that he doesn't speak English. This man is mentally handicapped. We asked a mentally handicapped person for directions in a foreign country, and he doesn't know what we're saying, so he's just nodding.
Pretty awesome.
Yeah, that was a real scream. That was the most.
And plus, it was like the Holocaust fucking slow boat train going about 10 miles an hour. So, like, and we're like hot and tired, and there's bees all over the fucking place.
Dude, that was something else.
I was ready to take a plane home, all right? All right, I was ready, man. But then I saw some people going to a Frankfurt Galaxy game, which is the former NFL Europe franchise, which I thought was pretty sweet. And then my spirits regained their composure. And then we made it. And then we made it to someplace.
To not our best show ever.
To not our best show. Let's say maybe that was one of the worst shows. But the Germans loved it. But then the next day we played at the fucking spot, and everyone knew the words to our songs, and we fucking rocked it.
Yeah, that was pretty good.
And then we were like so fucking high on the hog. I think we were like, oh, you're gonna feed us and you're gonna give us free beer and soda, and it's weird beer and soda we've never seen before.
Africola.
And they're like, yes, Africola, Fritz Cola. Oh my God, if they could import Africola,
Africola, man, I'll go back to Frankfurt for one of those.
I would in a minute. I'd just go. I don't care who. I don't care. I have to get back to Germany. I really do. Fuck this place. Fuck America.
We'll just do an overnight drive live tour of Germany. No one will understand what we're saying. It'll be weird, but they'll give us Africola.
Let's do another question.
Let's do it.
Thoughts on the death of Jason Molina. Okay, well, so if you've ever listened to the song Love Leaves Its Abuser, which is one of the saddest songs I've ever heard in my life, I'm not surprised that he's dead.
Okay.
He would have died from sadness or suicide or drink at some point. And I might get in trouble for saying this, but it's like the David Bazan condition. You know what David Bazan is, Andrew? Mm-hmm. Pedro the Lion. Mm-hmm. Where it's like, you have talent and you write good songs, but you can't ever be happy about it.
Yeah.
Like...
Oh, I think it's indicative of an underlying mental condition that probably shouldn't be treated by making music.
Right. But it's like, hey, motherfucker, plant a flower one of these days. You know what I mean?
Touch a tit, man.
Touch a tit. Plant a flower, touch a tit. Maybe do whiskey and water one night. You know what I mean? Like you have, but the problem is when you build your business on misery, much like Morrissey did when it was successful, you can't ever get out of that.
Yeah,
like
that's
it. Because if Jason Molina was like, wow, this is like my happy album. Like when Dinosaur Jr. wrote the song Take a Run at the Sun, everybody thought they were assholes. Mm-hmm. So they just went back to writing shitty, not shitty, but they went back to writing like sad, like, because that's what they're good at.
My favorite Cure song is one of the later second reunion ones. Mm-hmm. Where the lyrics are just about how women want Robert Smith to be shattered, and they're really disappointed when they meet him, and he's just like a dude.
He's just like a cool dude.
I think that's a wonderful song. It must be so frustrating to be that guy.
It must be, yeah. It must be so...
I don't know how frustrating it is. Like, you fucking bought a summer house because you wrote 3 fucking chords together, but,
Yeah, exactly. Like, if I was Robert Smith, I'd drive a cherry red Ferrari, and I'd drive around with my fucking middle finger through the fucking sunroof. Like, come on. And dudes like Jason Molina, all right, you've devoted your life to sad music, and that's cool. But at the same time, it's like it becomes like you become that dude for like your entire career. You ever go to a party and there's like that dude who postulates on sad shit? He's like sitting in the kitchen with like half a PBR. And
I don't understand how we all feel that we can celebrate right now when Mumia is still in prison.
Right, exactly. Basically on a larger scale.
Yeah.
You know, like, okay, man, well, you know, a ton of people love your music and maybe you should be cool with that. You know, like, I don't know what happened in your personal life to make you so fucking
touch a tit, dude.
Yeah, I've only heard a couple songs. Maybe he wrote a fucking, maybe he wrote like a awesome song. Maybe he wrote did like an album of Technotronic covers. I have no idea.
Well, but I'm doing a thing now where I kind of, you know, I always knew that people ruin music for me. I have a very hard time, you know, subtracting artist from fan. It's not easy. But I listened to an album that it's weird for somebody my age to not have heard a million times and not know, you know? Like, okay. I'm really late to the game. I'm not going to bother saying who because it's going to, fucking people will clown me all day about it.
Who is it?
But it's really nice. I'll tell you once we're done recording.
Okay. Oh, come on, man. The public wants to know. This is a fucking press conference.
All right. I had never sat down and listened to Belle and Sebastian.
Oh,
I'm 33 years old and I never did it. You know, I just never did because fucking fuck you. That's why I never did, you know? Like, get out of my face, fucking girl from coffee shop. Fucking stop shouting at me, hardcore kid with pompadour. Like, fucking get the fuck out of my face.
What, dude, what?
So I just never listened. And I listened to, what is it, like Tiger Milk, the first one. I'm like, this is a really wonderful record. That's nice.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
And I'm on a trip now where I want to experience all these things that fucking shitty cartoon people have ruined for me over the past 15 years.
It's all right. I'm sorry. I just can't get off on it, man. I can't. I'm the motherfucker listening to Bobby Brown. Maybe I have the problem, you know. But speaking of, we also started an overnight drive not podcast. we started a podcast, guys.
I know it's weird.
We started an overnight drive Spotify playlist.
I'll add some shit to that.
Please
know what? I'll start adding songs that people ruined for me that I enjoy retroactively.
Do it and post that playlist. Just make that one of the playlists.
There you go.
Like songs that people ruined for me, and it'll be like all like Johnny Cash and Smiths. And like stuff like that, stuff that sounds like Cold Cave, fucking Jason, fucking Alexander, whatever the fuck that dude's name was. I already forgot. Jason Molina, Jason Alexander.
The depressing and thoughtful songs of songsmith and poet Jason Alexander.
Jason Alexander, the thoughtful poetry of Jason Alexander. Okay, you want to do another?
Let's keep going.
Do another one of these fucking. All right, here's a in-depth one. Okay, just came in, hot off the press. I'm falling for this lady. We're both in our 30s. She's in a committed relationship with a guy who followed her to this country, not the USA.
Who cares?
After a couple of fuck, this already makes me want to fucking run myself over with my own car. After a couple of years in Chicago, where they met 5 years ago. He's a swell guy. This is a fucking troll, but I'm going to read it anyway. He's a swell guy, but boring. According to her, he's getting boringer.
Behringer.
He's getting Behringer. He's getting a Behringer amp by the month.
By the end of the month, he's getting a Behringer mixing board.
Wow, so he's spending like $120 a month. That's good. He doesn't engage in any of her activities. Tries to get out of any social situation with her that includes birthdays and her friends, even her parents. She talks to me every day online. She's the greatest. I want her. This is going to be complicated, money.
Yeah.
I don't understand. You both, okay, so let me try and piece this together.
I don't understand. Do you actually know her, or she just talks to you online? Like you fucking Facebook chat, you're like, I love her.
Yeah, I mean, I've done that a million times. It's not a silty foundation to start to form a relationship.
It hasn't worked out tremendously well for you thus far.
It's like building a mall in a swamp. Maybe not such a good idea. Okay, so all right, so I really want to help this dude because I feel for you. Okay, so you're both in your 30s. You're both living in the same country. She's from the States. They met in Chicago. They decided to move together, but apparently she's not jazzed on that because he followed her. And I've been that dude who follows somebody across the country, and that's not a good spot.
Doesn't work very well.
Yeah, generally she's running from you, man. Maybe you should just cut your losses. All right, so he's getting Behringers by the month, which is kind of get expensive. Behringer mixer, Behringer amp, Behringer cabinet.
Look, I got this Behringer DI box. I wish you would move out. I wish you would move back to Chicago.
I wish you would move back to Chicago.
So cheap here.
I woke up and there's a Behringer 4x12 cabinet in bed with us. It sucks so bad. No, and he spent $80 on it, which is amazing. Brand new. Sorry, Behringer people, if you're listening. He doesn't engage in any of our activities, which is if you're going to pick up stakes and follow somebody, maybe you should be a good boyfriend first.
That's the thing. Yeah, that's strange. Because I don't do shit. Gabby goes out all the time, and I'm like, all right, I'll see you later.
Yeah.
Once a month I'll go for it. But yeah, it's.
But you're also on a groove thing where you guys, you're on the destination path. Like you seem to be. You know each other a really long time.
Yeah.
So maybe that's not so much. Yeah, but
that's been a big point of contention in the past, though. Like where she just wants to go out, and I'm like, I'm 30, I don't want to do that, and that that's caused definite problems in the past. So this guy's got this dude. It's Germany in my mind, so we're just gonna say this dude moved to Germany
in my mind
to fucking be with this woman. He may as well fucking go out to the bar with her once or twice. Go out to the fucking Hatebreed disco.
Right. Exactly. She's complaining to you, but there's a huge difference between complaining to you and talking to you every day and actually taking the jump and dating you, because no doubt she is codependently addicted to this person, because any normal person would get tired and bail after a while. But she's totally needs you as a... Stop me if I'm wrong, Andrew.
No,
I think she totally needs this dude as a valve to fucking release steam every day.
Mm-hmm.
And you're taking it as, oh, she's telling me her every whim. Of course she wants to fucking be with me, but it's just complicated right now, and she'll figure it out eventually, which is probably not going to happen.
Well, she will, but it's not going to figure out in your favor.
It's not. No, she's... As much as the shittier this dude gets, the more she's going to want to be with him, because it resembles security, and people hate the unknown. As much... people hate... I don't care. I'm tired, so I'm going to get flack. But women in relationships really hate the unknown. I dated a woman for 10 months who I was the unknown for 10 months. I was still the unknown, even though she knew everything about me, because she was with another dude for 7 fucking years. And that's like, quote unquote, comfortable. And comfortable means lame. I'm sorry. But, I've never been one to be like, well, this sucks. If my car is on fire, I'm not just going to sit there and be like, well, this sucks.
My car's on fire.
Well, this sucks, but it's the only car I've ever known. I do change my sheets and wash them like every so often, because events like they start to smell like shit. But that's like laying in bed and being like, well, I would change these sheets, and they're getting really gnarly, but they're the only sheets I've ever known. And I just wouldn't feel comfortable with any other sheets. It's really that basic.
Yeah, it's weird. And we can walk through. I can tell you exactly how this ends.
Yeah, there we go. I'm going to let you take this one.
Yeah. She will definitely leave this dude. They'll have like a thing and whatever. You'll probably sleep with her. Maybe go out on a couple dates, or maybe spend a weekend like in bed, where you're just like you're cute and you watch TV.
You're going to get cute for about a month and a half, 2 months.
I wouldn't even say that long. And then she's like, listen, I just need to, I've been with this dude for so long, I just need feel like I need to breathe. And you'd be like, okay, that's cool. Listen, whenever you're ready, I'll be around.
Yeah.
At which point she will promptly enter a long-term relationship with an alcoholic who has like 3 leather jackets.
Yeah, a complete rando a complete wild card rando who is not that dude and not you.
Yeah. I can tell you exactly how this ends. So let's
you resemble like the confidant, and that other dude resembles comfort, and she just wants to like basically jump on glass right now.
Yeah, let's skip a few chapters in this DVD and so I can get to the credits.
Exactly. So I'm sorry, money. The tarot is not in your favor right now. So I would suggest keeping a couple other women in your back pocket, or not. But definitely don't fall for this lady. Right?
Yeah.
But you're both in your 30s, so she should fucking know better by now. And you should know better, motherfucker.
Mm-hmm.
You're both in your 30s.
These are 20s problems.
She's a cool American chick, and she probably looks fucking good as hell. And she's probably great in bed. And this dude's a fucking boner, and he probably has terrible tattoos. But she loves him, and she doesn't love you. And she will...
That was right to the heart of the matter right
there.
Yeah,
I'm sorry, man. But you're cool and you're German and you're hip. But don't be a German about it. Like, really give it to her. If you do sleep together, like, really give it to her.
Oh, yeah, deliver the steel.
Yeah, deliver the steel, go down, do all that shit, man.
Because it's not going to happen again.
Yeah, man. Fucking turn the TV off. Get into it.
You turn off RoboCop.
Turn off RoboCop, man. Turn off the fucking car stuck. Turn that. Although, put the car stuck on. Keep car stuck on because that shit's hot as hell. But I'm sorry, man. And I wish we had better advice for you. But this is it. We've both been through this shit. I've been through this shit for a fucking long time. See Seattle.
Yeah, I bought one of the fucking bouncer fucking person walking in clickers to keep track of how many times that shit happens.
So you just need to kind of set her free, man. And kind of pull back from those constant text and Facebook conversations and Snapchat fucking videos and all the dumb shit you guys do together. And if she's for real, then she'll fucking come back. But she won't be. And she'll be like, oh, Derek knows me better than anyone else. I could never leave Derek. Besides, he moved all the way here for me. But he just doesn't... He wears white socks, and I hate that. And in your fucking mind, because you're feeling her... You'll be like, I don't wear white socks.
Yeah, I throw all my white socks out.
Yeah, I'm way better than this white dude. This fucking dude. I'm way better than this white dude.
You fucking hate this white dude.
Hate this white dude. But, whatever. It's you live in Berlin. I'm going to just say you live in Berlin.
Yeah, these are people we've actually met in Berlin now in my mind.
Go on OkCupid in Berlin. Their fucking head will spin. Right? Those girls are hot to trot and ready to go. I used to do tourism because Albany's so fucking boring. I used to do world tourism on my OkCupid. I used to be like, well, I guess I live in Berlin now. And people would message me 24/7. Yo, let's go out. I was going to ask you out on a date. Whoa.
It's fucking hot happenings over there.
Hot happenings, man. Hot happenings, man. There's a lot of spread happening over there, man. A lot of strange.
I got a question for you.
What up?
Hans, are you coming to the SDF show in Philly next week?
Oh, I'd love to, guys. Maybe I should.
If you are, you won't see me because I'm not even going to the SDF show in fucking Philly next week.
Wow. Well, that sucks. We should both go,
but and not play and just be there.
Yeah, just set up like a overnight drive, like table where we just talk.
We should do a real dickish thing where we have them play, and then at the same time we have a live podcast outside and see who draws more people.
I don't know, man. I think I know what one would be funnier.
In our defense, there will be less talking at ours.
There'll be less bullshit talking. Oh, man. Yeah, there would be much less talking and much less yelling.
What else do we got here? Oh, this one's in my wheelhouse.
Okay.
I recently got a job as a salesman selling TVs, sound, and small appliances. Give me good tips to be a good salesman because I don't really know shit. That's what I do.
Yeah, there you go. So, Andrew, take it away.
I forget who originally said this, but trust or value. One has to be established before this person leaves. If not, then whatever. So if you can't establish trust, establish value. That's it. You'll do fine.
Wow. You just taught me some stuff, Andrew.
Yeah,
that's
there
great.
You go. Let's see. What else we got? I'm really scrolling through the dregs here.
No, we got some stuff on top, man, that is just really swelling.
Oh, we got more? All right.
Oh, yeah.
Let's see.
So, another wheelhouse one, because we talk about dating so much. We just have to get... I think the Gabri episode should be when we're all in the same room for the
Yeah, we're going to have to do that.
So, I just started dating this girl, but she seems hung up on her ex. It gets in the way a lot. She's really fun and cool, but she has these periods of mourning, I guess, about him. Mourning spelled M-O-R-N-I-G. Look, time out, motherfuckers. Did any of you go to school? I can't read any of this shit. If it's more than 2 sentences, you suck. I was a fucking teacher. It just blows my fucking mind. Mourning. Hey, my dad died. I'm in mourning. Soon I'll be in afternoon.
I was going to say, cool, it's afternoon here.
Oh, fucking jump on a knife. Anyway. Periods of mourning, I guess, about him. Will it ever go away, or is she rebounding right now? No question mark.
Yeah.
I ask her, and she gets mad. Okay. Listen to this fucking bullshit. Look at this asshole. I figured since you dudes fucked a zillions girls, you probably know it all. Fuck you, man.
You get real touchy on this one.
I mean, I don't know. I guess. I don't appreciate that fucking... I read between your lines, motherfucker, whoever you are. Reading between your lines, man. Yeah, because you're a dick, I hope she fucking gives you the clap and then it says peace, all right?
Oof, man.
No, just kidding, Anonymous. Same thing with our boy in Germany. I mean, but that's the thing, that everybody's kind of different too. She might really, that's the thing, that's the most frustrating and most heartbreaking thing about it, is that she might really like you, but she also like mentally checks out during any type of emotional activity. Like, she's really cool when y'all are like throwing popcorn at each other, or like, you know, watching a movie, or like not doing anything involving thinking. But when you try to like put your hands in her pants, she'll like check out emotionally and think of her ex, no question.
I just had a thought.
Yeah.
What if this girl is the same girl and the person writing is the boyfriend who's boring? And this girl's really hung up on somebody she met back in Chicago like 6 years ago.
Oh man. I think let's just pretend it is.
Oh, without a doubt. I'm already doing that.
So Werner from Germany, who you talk to every day, and you've got Alan, who or not Alan, what's that guy's name who moved from Chicago to follow this girl? Timmy.
Timmy's good.
Timmy or Jordan, you know, whatever. I know he's got all the moves and all the tattoos, but Werner's got like some fucking hard lines. He's got that cute broken English. He always wears cute sweaters. He's got like the Hitler haircut. He's looking good, you know what I mean? And you see him on Skype. I know you guys Skype. And when Timmy's like at his bar back job, I don't know, man. Maybe you should just, I don't know. Maybe you should put on some Tim Kinsella and bone.
Yeah, that's problem solved.
Yeah,
everyone's happy.
We're going to give you the opposite advice that we gave Werner. We're going to tell you, go fuck up your life by throwing another dude you don't like into the mix. Sounds good.
That sounds like a great idea.
Smashing plan.
I'm with it.
Considering we fucked a zillions girls.
A zillions.
A zillions. You know, that's my name of my new band, A Zillions.
I got a lighter one for you.
Okay, good.
What's your favorite movie starring Anna Faris?
Isn't Anna Faris the woman who used to be in that band Arrested Development? She's like, you gotta be cool, you gotta be tough, you gotta be wiser. Who's that? Is that her?
No, you're thinking of Mr. Wendell.
Oh, fuck.
What's your favorite movie starring Mr. Wendell? Mr. Wendell's a bum, by the way.
Mr. Wendell. Admittedly, I'm on the Anna Faris Wikipedia looking. I think Yogi Bear is my favorite.
Yogi
movie.
Bear.
She was in Yogi Bear. So,
is she in that Not Another Teen Movie shit?
She was in Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs.
That's not really the same. Oh, you know what? What's the scary movie where Chris Elliott plays the guy with the little hand?
That would be Scary Movie 2.
That's the one. That's mine. She's in that, right? I think she's in that.
I think she's in that one, yeah.
Right.
Along with Sean Marlon and Craig, the Wayans brothers.
Oh, yeah, classic trio.
All right, I don't know, but why Anna Faris?
I don't know.
She's 36. She's like almost my age. She's from Baltimore, so she doesn't take no mess.
Interesting.
Who the fuck's Chris Pratt? What's he got on me? This is that dude from Parks and Recreation who fucks Aubrey Plaza. Aubrey Plaza, who got a facelift and looks like everybody else now.
Is that right?
Yeah, good move. Like, oh wow, like the last naturally cute girl in television history, and then he went and got a fucking face job. Stupid.
Should have checked with you first.
She really should have checked with me first. I'd be like, Aubrey, what are you doing, girl? Just go to we'll just meet at Chipotle. We'll talk it over. Jesus Christ.
Here's one.
Okay.
This one could get epic.
Mm.
All right. How did you two meet? What are your first memories of one another? We actually got this one twice. We got this one last week too, worded differently.
Okay, well, should I tell the story?
You can start off.
Okay, well, this was back before like Facebook, really, or even like Makeout Club. I mean, this was like a really long time ago. Like I'd say like mid to late 90s, and I answered an ad on Craigslist, Casual Encounters, for what's called a blow and go. And I met him at a motel near the airport, and we just kind of like hit it off right away. And I don't know. I mean, we hooked up or whatever, but like I was just about to leave the motel room, and I like I turned around and I said, "I'm Hans, and I know this is kind of weird, but like I think I like you a little."
I thought it was weird.
Yeah, and then you were like, "Well, it's cool," you know, and you were like a little different back then, but you still looked really good, and so we kind of like exchanged numbers, and then we started hooking up a lot. Like a lot. I mean, and then here we are.
I was still really hung up on my ex-boyfriend, though.
Oh, I know.
It was weird for a while. It was touch and go.
Yeah, well, then Pierce moved away for good, and then you don't really have to ever fucking talk about him again, right? No, fuckers. You know, I love creating some dark theater for everybody. I'm playing scenario with y'all. Andrew, I lived in a punk house. Ta-da, go figure, with this girl. And she was really cool. I wore sweatpants and listened to Descendants at the time. I was on my Brian Baker phase, I guess. I was like chasing girls around Colony Center Mall and shit. I was really out to lunch. I was like the cool punk girl's weird roommate. And I come home one day. He was sitting in my recliner. Sean Doody.
Hello.
My bass amp's unplugged and near the door. And this motherfucker, Andrew's, cooking vegan chili.
Fucking chopping up tomatoes in your fucking your kitchen.
I was like, oh, what? And I was like, what is going on here? What is this? And I think I lived in literally a closet. So I went in my room and slid the door closed. And
it's hard to make an exit with a sliding door.
It was, yeah. And that was my only real experience. Andrew would come over once a month and make food not bombs in my fucking kitchen in 1998. And like they were in like I saw Police Line play a couple times, and there he was singing and playing the bass and being like, "Oh, ya basta" and shit, and like, you know, free Mamiya. I'm running this marathon on the name of Mamiya and shit like that. And I didn't really know who they were, and I didn't like them because I was like super into old school Youth Crew hardcore, and I thought they were like fucking total scumbag fucking crusties.
Yeah, that's the thing. Albany is so fucking weirdly insular, even though there's only 40 people that are around. So you clearly know who everyone is, but you don't, like, you make it a point not to know people. No. It's fucking bizarre.
Albany is like, yeah, it's like the same 40 people in a fishbowl swimming desperately away from one another.
Yeah.
And then you have to kind of have like, you have like the cool way to say hi, where you're like at a bar and you've had 4 beers and you're like, oh my God, your Facebook posts are so funny. And then you see them in like completely sober at like Barnes and Noble and you avoid eye contact. That's Albany in a nutshell right there. And
I vividly remember years before living with them riding a CDTA bus with Mike Dick, and like we both like obviously recognized each other but just had no context with which to speak. We're just like, okay.
Oh yeah, you like music? You like loud music? That's about it. Yeah, fuck. That's Albany for you. So I'm sure y'all live in the same town as that. Yeah, that's pretty bad. And that's how I remember Andrew. I'm sure Andrew doesn't remember me back then at all. But
I do. Actually, I remember that same time when you came home.
Oh, good. Great.
But
that was a wild scene, and then we disappeared for years, and then you started doing sound at a bar that end of the year used to fucking wreck, man. Mm-hmm. Used to fucking wreck it. And then we asked you to join, and you joined, and then we signed a Riv.
Oh, we're also forgetting the when we worked together at Equal Vision Records, working fucking loading up shirts on the dock.
Yeah, I was. You were receiving, and I was shipping, and we were like the odd couple. It was great. And you were all like riding your bike to work, and you're like fucking listening to X, and I'm like Mr. Hardcore, and I'm like getting into relationships with 18-year-old girls, and like all that other shit. And we, like I always say, your trajectory raised highly after that, and then mine didn't. After that, I kind of just, I remember I made a triumphant point to put my 2 weeks in at Equal Vision Records because I was going back to school.
I don't remember how I quit there, but I remember things got hard and I went to try and get a job back, and they wouldn't let me because Ian said he didn't like the way I quit. And I don't remember what I did.
We were all had your back, and that motherfucker was like, "Oh, I don't like how that went down."
I don't remember what I even did. I remember I put in 2 weeks. I don't even know what. No, did I fucking run through? Did I streak through? I don't remember.
Fucking mom and pop shop, man.
Anyone who was there who's listening when I quit, I would love to know what. Because I don't even remember quitting. I just remember I worked there and then I didn't. So, anyone who has any insight, I'd love to know what that was.
I don't know, man. I don't. That was a long time ago, but I know we all had your back coming back.
I'm glad I didn't.
Oh, yeah, no, please, no. Well, they moved to a new facility, and it became evident quickly that it was not particularly designed to. When you cook, essentially, when you cook shirts, when you screen print and then you cook them and cure the ink, toxic fumes release, and it was not equipped to ventilate those toxic fumes at all. And all of us started getting real sick and weird and doing fucking like arm wrestling each other. And like, oh my God, I can't believe it's so hot in here. So they put like a box fan in the ceiling.
Jesus.
And that was it. I'm sure it's a well-oiled machine now, but for the moment it was a rough spot. So all of us eventually left. And then after we left, they actually started paying people a living wage and health insurance and all that shit.
Is that right now? God bless.
Oh yeah, it's like the spot. Still the spot to work if you're like, if you listen to Immure, I guess.
That's your spot. Yeah, that was
That's your spot. It's all of it. As a label, I have paid no attention. They used to be the label in Albany. Like, oh yeah, the hardcore label, and now it's just like I have no idea what goes on. It might as well be like an office building. I have no idea. No idea. Coheed and Cambria, right? They're not good. But
is that still a thing?
I guess.
I remember when Coheed and Cambria was on, I think, their first Warped Tour. We had to do like 20,000 shirts, like some ridiculous amount of shirts, and the boxes started to pile up so high in my dock that they were actually covering the windows and blocking out my sunlight. It was like a really poetic thing. And I remembered having nightmares where I would be running and Coheed and Cambria shirt boxes would be falling and I couldn't get away from them quick enough. It was fucking unbelievable. And I don't dream for shit. So,
I'm on the other end where they came to pick up their shirts and motherfuckers lost the key to the padlock on their rider truck. And we had to cut the lock on that thing. And I was like, you know what? You guys are still really from Hicks from the Sticks, man. Like, go away, we forgot. And they look to us like, oh, you need to help us now. Like, we're like, nah, we're good. We're good on that. You're not very good.
Have fun.
Yeah. Oh, remember when Chris Stain, I think, yelled at Champion when they came in? Because Champion always complained about their shirts. Always, always, always. To the point of making like a PowerPoint presentation about how there was like a blotch of yellow ink on one of their shirts. And they came in, and this dude was like, fuck you, motherfuckers. And we all start laughing. And then we realize that he's dead serious and wants to fight them. Because they're such fucking tight asses. That was the best.
Oh, I think I missed that one.
That was great. Yeah, that was post you. You.
It's a shame. Wish I could have seen that one.
Well, you still can because there is many Anna Faris movies to view in that time. See, bringing it back to Anna Faris.
Bringing it all back.
Oh, yeah.
All right, let's take one or two more and call it a night on this.
Specifically for me, Hans, can you tell the stories, the best/worst sex you've ever had in your life? See episodes 1 through 16.
Yeah. It's weird. You're just joining us here.
Yeah, you should do some backstory. Cats versus dogs. Why? I live with a dog who's cute and who's fun. And she's neat. And she's black.
Not that matters at all.
No, not that matters. I mean, some of my best friends are black dogs. But I have to go with cats, specifically British blue cats, because they're so cute and they know how to mind their own fucking business. And if I break open a fish oil capsule on my dick, they'll lick it off.
Whoa.
Wait, what? Shit. Fuck.
I'm going with dogs because I step on cat litter every morning when I try and just like go to the bathroom and
God damn it.
In fucking bare feet. I have cat litter all over my feet. So yeah, dogs.
I think I would be like.
Sorry, my cat who's looking at me right now.
Sorry, my cat. I think I'd be the kind of cat owner that would just leave the window open and they could go out and do their business. I'd train them to piss outside.
I had a cat that I did that with, and I remember one day like waking up, and I didn't put my glasses on. I couldn't really like see, and I thought everything looked weird, and I looked down, and my cat, during the night, had brought in a bird that had still been alive, and just tore it to shreds in my bedroom, so there were feathers everywhere. It looked like a crime scene. And that was the end of that.
Is this the cat-ass juice cat?
No, this cat is living with my father now. Probably still alive, though. It's like the Terminator.
What's the cat's name?
We're not going to talk about the cat's name.
Okay. Sorry. It's got to be something like Mafi or something really weird.
I didn't even name it, but it's so bad I'm just not going to talk about it.
I tell you, if I get a cat, I'm going to name it Monty.
No, fucking cat. That cat was my girlfriend's cat. She got the cat in the punk house where we lived, where we met.
Oh, yeah.
Got the cat. And
did she get the cat from Omiya, dude?
Yeah, got the cat from Omiya. And then we split up, and she moved to Philadelphia, and she's like, could you just take care of the cat I'm going to come back in a week and pick it up.
That old line.
Sure, no problem. I got the cat. Not a big deal. It's been fucking 10 years. 10 years, bitch. Pick up your cat. Still alive.
God. I know what girl you're speaking of.
Yeah.
And it's probably in a boxcar somewhere.
Almost certainly.
Certainly. Okay, so I'm going to erase that one. Here's a good one. Do you really take yourself seriously? This is all fake, right? That's a question we just got.
I don't understand what that means, though.
It's a little hostile.
Yeah. Come at me.
The people are saying, this person's saying that we are doing this as a joke because we can't possibly be taking this seriously.
Of course not. No, never.
No. Well, you see, that's the peril of having an interesting life. You always have something to talk about. And I'm sorry if you haven't had the chance to do anything that involves anything, and you have to get a little tight when you meet somebody that has a story or someone that's been somewhere or has done
that
something.
Guy. He talks so much.
Yeah, he talks so much.
Shut up, dude.
He talks so much, and like maybe I've only ever lived at my parents' and like my girlfriend's apartment.
I have a life.
Yeah, I have a life. Work, and I'm on Tumblr every night. I have a life. Look, motherfucker, call a cop first of all. Second of all, drink 8 wine blooms and break a window.
Yeah.
We take ourselves seriously. Is this all fake? Yeah. A lot of the stories I tell are not true. And Andrew and I were never in a band together.
No.
Matter of fact, this is like Total Recall, and I used to be Hauser, and now I'm Quaid. Okay. The short answer is lick my shit. There you go.
There you go. Fucking put that on your Tumblr.
Yeah, lick my shit. You can say that. As always, I say unfollow button, top right-hand corner. Thank you.
Why don't you guys answer as many questions between recordings as you used to? This used to be one of my go-to Tumblrs to read while drinking my morning coffee, but not anymore. Gabri said the same thing to me before.
Well, okay. All right. Okay. Well, we'll answer a bunch of questions. Just send in some fucking good questions because we get questions every day, but a lot of them aren't good. Well, I don't know. I don't want to say that. They're fine. Your guys are cool. Everybody's cool. Followers.
You gotta understand. I gotta log into Tumblr. I gotta, come on, man. I'm a busy guy. I gotta make it worth my while to log into Tumblr and fucking type something. Can a small edit of the failed recording be made public so we can hear where it all went wrong? Yeah, I'll get to that. We'll have a little 0.5 episode where I put the least funny thing we've ever done up.
Please, we're Andrew's tired and I'm sick, so yeah. Sorry, guys. What's the intro song to episode 16? Sounds like Twin Shadow, but I'm probably wrong. Nope. From our friend in Taiwan, Punched in the Nose. It is a song named Attack Me With Your Love by the band Cameo, which is one of the best songs ever written. And you should listen to that while jogging, running, fucking, eating pizza, getting drunk, texting your dad, and all the above. Because it's a great song. I recently did a major overhaul on my living space while listening to that song on repeat on my big stereo, and I got that shit done in an hour and a half. And it really brought me there. And so yeah, that's Cameo. It's on the Spotify playlist if you'd like to check it out.
All right, we got one more here, and then let's call it a night. All right, you guys have discussed body image before, and in that vein, I'd like to ask about baldness. I'm going bald, and it makes me self-conscious, especially when I'm performing on stage. I remember seeing Greg Graffin playing a couple years ago, and the house lights were shining off his bald spot like a disco ball. It looked ridiculous. What should I do? Shave it off, take hair growth drugs, get laser surgery, comb my beard all the way over my head, or just quit rock and roll? First of all, I did Google who this was. It wasn't because Greg Graffin was bald that it was ridiculous, because you were watching a grown man perform a fucking commercial jingle. That's why it's ridiculous. So fucking delete that from your memory banks, because that wasn't a real experience. I don't know, man. Just cut it short. Like, it's not a big deal. Yeah. I don't know why people fucking bug out about it.
Oh, Greg Graffin was the guy from Bad Religion.
Yeah.
Fuck. Yeah, man. Come on.
It's like watching somebody fucking play the "I Feel Like Chicken Tonight" song live. It's just like fucking. It's like not a real thing.
I feel idiot. Like chicken tonight, like chicken tonight.
You're watching like a fucking. You're watching the Disney Channel.
Greg Graffin. Wow, GregGraffin.com. What? Wow. Actually, if you go to GregGraffin.com, it's kind of funny because a dude named Steve Marsh bought the domain and held it for Greg of Bad Religion until he gets around. What the fuck?
Good do.
Oh my god, boy, and this dude is leaning against a coffin filled with beer, so he's clearly got it all sorted out.
All right.
Holy
yeah, man,
fuck.
I just cut it short, you know, like fucking pick a hairstyle that complements the shape of your face or something, you know, just like cut it short. Don't pretend it's not happening, because that's when it gets weird, and just whatever, it happens.
I prefer the Friar Tuck look.
Or, yeah, there you go. What I would say is start to fucking bench press small cars, and then when people say things, you fucking take their jaw off their head.
Yeah, pretty much. Or, you know, you just it depends on your life situation, too. If you're already getting that jug, if you've got a live-in, if you got like a nice girl with you, you can paint your head brown. It won't really matter.
Yeah.
I mean, so you can do that, too. You know?
Mostly relaxed, not a big deal.
Yeah, it's cool. Whatever.
No one thinks you're Greg Graffin, and you should fucking look at yourself in the mirror every night.
Maybe that's the whole motivation about this. You're like, well, I should quit rock and roll because nobody thinks I'm Greg Graffin.
Yeah. You got larger problems to deal with.
I've got a larger problem. You know, and like your girlfriend's like all fucking, oh, what's wrong? Just tell me what's wrong. And they're like, you know, it's like Sunday night. You're fucking all tight, cooking loud, you know, like making noise and you're cooking. You're like, oh, I'm so pissed. Just tell me what's wrong, Tyler. Fine. Oh, I'm going to quit rock and roll because I'll never be Greg Graffin.
Pause your NoFX DVD and talk to me.
And she has to like look up who Greg Graffin is. She's like, oh, well,
that's okay. Maybe you could be somebody successful instead. Maybe you could work at my father's law firm.
Yeah. I mean, like, you know, like 8 years ago, your band opened up for Yellow Card. And you're like, you tell that to every single fucking back in the day, we opened for Marilyn Manson downtown. It was amazing. And then, like, you still tell people that. Like, it's like it happened yesterday. Like, hardcore dudes, man. Oh, remember that shit that happened back then with that band? It was amazing. Yeah, but that was like...
wasn't.
But that was, like, really long time ago, man. Like, really, like 2001, 2000... you know, best experience opening for American Nightmare back in 2002.
Changed my life.
Changed my fucking life. Those are the
You're working the 2 a.m. shift at Taco Bell, dude. Yeah. You got 2 kids. Maybe you should have fucking changed your life more than you already did.
Forever, the best band. Oh, my God, amazing.
All right. Yeah. Well, I got nothing more. That's the best I'll be able to do.
Okay. Kudos to the person who drank a shit ton of wine blooms for their birthday and got so fucked up they couldn't walk. We weren't kidding.
That'll fuck you up.
That'll really fuck you up because you have a belly full of wine that's absorbing twice as fast because it's food, but it's bringing along that alcohol from the scotch, and you're gonna have a hell of a time.
Yeah,
just like you're gonna be moving real slow.
All right. This has been Overnight Drive number 17. Is that right?
Number 17. We're at 17 weeks strong.
Cruising towards 20. I thought we were going to miss a week there for a second. Things were looking hairy, but
nope.
We're back.
I think 20 is going, ideally, depending on how many women or men, I mean, Sean Doody's kind of a wild child, decide to take us up. We only need 3 women out of how many women on Earth?
Come on.
3. Even if it's a goof. Just come on. 3 women to sit in a room with us for like 3 hours, have a couple laughs, get a little drunk on wine, and then like one of you got to make out with Sean Doody.
Yeah, that's all. Right?
That's all. All right, and believe me, and before you get all self-conscious, Sean Doody never asked us to do this.
No, he's actually going to get really mad. I haven't talked to him about it at all.
Yeah, he's got pissy britches over this whole fucking thing. But I'm gonna literally like hold like a comically large rifle with like a knife at the end of it and march him to the house. March. Oh, I'm tired. March. I'm gonna walk him across from like Hoboken all the way across to Brooklyn.
We'll be good. We'll get him in here.
Yeah, and then you girls will be there. Andrew's apartment's real nice. Don't feel threatened. We're going to have food, drink. We're going to ply you with food and drink. It's going to be neat.
We're going to put Sean Doody in another room on like a rickety wooden chair, like really awkwardly with nothing else around him, so he has nothing to lean on. He has to just sit there.
And you're like in Brooklyn, so like, you can ride the train with him down to the Charleston and like make him buy you a beer and you can eat a pizza together. And then, he lives kind of close, so maybe you can give him some good jug. Win-win. Like touchdown, fucking Super Bowl winning scenario. You give Sean Doody some jug, and then you have a story, and he has a story, and everything's cool. You got like, and we can interview you like post-coital for the podcast. It'd be great.
All right. Well, we'll be back next week with 18, hopefully with some prospects for the Sean Doody dating game.
I hope.
In the meantime, if you want to get at us about that, Facebook.com/overnightdrive, Twitter.com, overnight_drive, overnightdrive.com. If for some reason none of those appeal to you, overnightdrivepodcast@gmail.com will go right to my phone. Mm-hmm. You can get us on iTunes, get us on Stitcher. I have not logged into Stitcher in like 6 weeks. I'm curious to see what that's looking like.
Yeah.
And yeah, even if you don't want to join the dating game, leave a review, tell your friend. I want to see people do stupid shit. Mm-hmm. I want to see people like fucking put overnight drive bumper stickers on cars they don't own, like real dickhead shit.
Please.
So yeah,
It's cool. I have ifuckedhere.tumblr.com, ifuckedhere.tumblr.com. It's basically people just send me, now that submissions are open, it's been going pretty well. People just send me a Google Maps photo of where they fucked along with the story.
Awesome.
Everybody's fucked somewhere, so maybe you'd like to tell the story. Also, not very updated, but existing is youlooksad.com. Youlooksad.com. Feel free to add me on Facebook because I'm a cool motherfucker.
I guess I should plug Self Defense has a show in Philly, I guess, next week.
Yeah.
But I'm very self-involved, and since I'm not playing it, I don't know or care where or when it's happening. So selfdefensemusic.com. Go check out there and see what's going on.
And I'm not Andrew nor I are going to be there. So why go?
Exactly. It's fucking why go home?
Why go home? Thank you. Thank you for that Pearl Jam reference. That's
no
good.
problem. All right, we'll be back next week. Fucking be cool, touch a tit, and let's cue the music.
Cue the music.